Hey guys, gonna do a quick response video to really, I think this thread's pretty old. Uh, I think maybe a few months old actually, but it's one of Mr. Fartboy's threads. It's one of his threads that has some questions, and I had tried to do a response video to this before, but it just didn't take for some reason. But all right, there are 8 questions, and they all basically you don't really have to show off your albums for this one, so. And since I'm in school, I don't have all but the 2 that I bought today with me. So, anyways, here we go. First question. Are your musical taste or collection more mainstream or indie? Is that important? Your thoughts? Well, right now, based on the collection that I have, um, I would have to probably say that they are mainstream. But I do enjoy indie music. Like, I mean, right now I have music from the most current, I think, is 83. So obviously it's not mainstream in the terms of mainstream today, uh, but it's not like I'm one of those guys who's solely mainstream though. I do enjoy indie. I mean, some of my favorite bands are indie bands. Well, I don't know if you could call them indie anymore since they just won a Grammy, but Arcade Fire, I love Arcade Fire, and I also like MGMT, even though they are more popular now. And Oracular Spectacular was kind of a pop record, although Congratulations seems to be more psychedelic. Some of their songs even remind me of a little bit of the Beatles psychedelic stuff. Someone's Missing. That just that's probably my favorite song on the album. Um, that just I like that song. Reminds me of the Beatles somehow. And then uh, I actually saw MGMT live, and they were awesome. So yeah, really, I mean, is it important to me? I don't know. I just if the music's good, I listen to it. If I like the music, I listen to it. I don't care if it's mainstream or indie. Um, I mean, I think it's bad that we label it like that. I mean, so what if the majority of people listen to some music, and then not as many people listen to this other kind of music? But I mean, it's music is your own personal opinion. That's what's so awesome about it. Anyone can like whatever they want, and it's your decision as to what's good and what's not. So I mean, I could rant on forever, but those are my thoughts. Music is your own individual thing. You do with it as you want. Next question. What do you think will happen with the vinyl community? Will it grow or evolve or fizzle out? Well, I think I'm a pretty good example of the fact that the vinyl community is growing um, because I being 19 years old, I'm a fairly young vinyl collector given the other people in the vinyl community on YouTube. Um, the ones that I've seen have all been older. But yeah, I mean, I think it's growing. I mean, obviously we have all these. I mean, look at the vinyl community on YouTube. I mean, it's obviously growing, and I heard somewhere that vinyl it was the only thing in music that would actually went up. So yeah, I think it's going to grow. I mean, I plan on doing my part to help it grow. I'm going to keep on buying albums, and I'm going to keep on listening to them. And yeah, I hope it grows. I don't want it to fizzle out because I just now got into it, and I really, really enjoy it. I mean, it's just an awesome hobby to have for me because I love music, and I love music from the era of vinyl. And I mean, if I can get the bands that I like now on vinyl, I mean, even better. All right, next question. Whose collection do you admire most? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go with a couple for a few reasons. Um, Mr. Hall of Fame's collection, for one, is just so vast. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff. It just stretches such a wide variety. So I'd have to say him just solely on variety alone and quantity, and then Mr. Fartboy79 because of his Neil Young collection. I too, being a Neil Young fan, I put him as my number 2 artist of all time. Um, Neil Young, yeah, his collection of Neil Young is just amazing, and yeah, hopefully someday I can get up there to that same level. And then Dan in Canada, he's got a really good collection. Uh, if you haven't seen his video of his Bob Dylan records, you need to watch that because he's got a lot of them, and they are all good. And I am jealous because he's my favorite artist of all time. So yeah, those three. Can't say that I like any one more than the other, but yeah, I really like those three. Those are my solid three that I watch. Um, so yeah, pick an album that takes you back to a point in time. What does it remind you of? Well, I didn't really listen to albums back when I was younger because I grew up in the 90s, so we were tapes and CDs, and yeah, I grew up on country music really, so any classic country, if I got on vinyl, would take me back. Um, and then, well, depending on who I was riding with at the time, my mom listened to a lot of country, and my dad was the first one who actually introduced me to um, rock and roll. And the first, this is amazing that I can remember this. The first real like rock song that I liked was the song "Werewolves of London," and I can't for the life of me think who who it is. So if anyone watches this, let me know who sings "Werewolves of London" because that if I had that on a record, that would take me back. But as of right now, I don't. So good question. I like that question. Um, name an album you hated at first listen, but stick with, and now you love it. Um, well, as some of you know, if you've been watching my videos, I haven't been able to listen to all my albums yet because I don't have a record player. But I have listened to basically all the songs via the internet. So I've listened to them, and the band that I have that I first started listening to that I didn't like but I like now was REO Speedwagon. And if you saw any of my recent videos, I just bought their album. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. So I don't know why I didn't like them when I first heard them. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't like them, but they're good music. I like REO Speedwagon. So yeah, name an album or name a band or performer you dislike but cannot deny their importance to rock and roll music. Well, this one's easy for me, and I'll probably catch a lot of flack for it. As probably does everyone who says it, because, anyways, uh, I would have to say Elvis. I never got into Elvis. I don't know why. Um, I like his music. I mean, it's good music, but I just never really got into him. I don't know why. I know he's king of rock and roll and everything. I just, like I said, I just never got into his music. I never listened to his music when I was younger. I mean, I listen to it every now and then now, but just I never did listen to it. But the influence of himself is crazy, and I mean, he's one of the most recognizable figures in American history, and what he did was amazing. Like you said, like it says in the question, you can't deny it. But um, granted, he did all that. I didn't listen to him. Okay, next question. Biggest misconception about vinyl? Well, the only thing that I've heard so far when I told people that I was collecting vinyl, they asked me why isn't that something that old people do? So that's really the only misconception I heard, that it's only for old people. When well, I know of me, and then one or a few other people I know who collect vinyl. So yeah, that's one of the misconceptions I've heard when I tell them. They're like, "Why? That's for old people. You don't need to collect that." But and then another one. I mean, it's always the common. Uh, why do you want all these huge records when you can put them all on a little square iPod or something like that? Um, well, like I saw in Mixopi's video, he was saying because it's the actual music right there. It because when the vinyl spins and the needle's in there, that's the music inside of it. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it just feels more personal, and it feels like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just it seems like it's there, and there's more of a connect between the listener and the music to me than there is when you just tap the button on your iPod and you listen to it. That's another good question, though. I like these questions. And then number 8, show off an LP you never found a reason for showing. Well, you've seen all of my LPs, but I recently did discover some of mine. I've been entering them in a file on my computer to keep track, and I was looking at it more carefully. And if you saw my videos, I happened to just literally a Captain and Tennille record was just thrown at me basically, and I looked at it further and I realized that it was a promo copy. It had a little pink sticker on the back and it said promo copy for promotional or radio use or something like that. And then I don't know if it was that one. I'll have to, when I go home this weekend, I'll have to look at them again. But one of the records was actually made in Japan. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Captain and Tennille. So I have a Japan pressing, and I'll have to find out which one that is because that one's worth a little more than I probably paid for it. So that's always fun. Yeah, but anyways, I think that's all the questions. Uh, yeah, but uh, good response. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those were good questions. I enjoyed answering them, and hopefully I can continue answering questions on this thread. While I've got you here watching, I'd like to give a big shout out and thank you to MrFartboy79 because he's actually happened to watch a couple of my videos and sort of steered me in the right direction on some questions that I had throughout the videos. So thank you very much. And like just like he did, feedback of any kind is very helpful. And I really appreciate it because I'm just getting started in this, but I really enjoy it and I really, really have a passion for it. And I hope you can tell that through my videos. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you up to date on all my vinyl news and whatevers. And once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.